Time is a fundamental concept in human life, shaping our daily routines, the rhythms of nature, and the laws of physics that govern the universe. From the ticking of a clock to the vast expanse of cosmic time, we measure our existence by the passage of seconds, minutes, hours, and years. However, what if time, as we understand it, doesn't actually exist? What if it is merely an illusion created by our minds or a byproduct of our perception? This idea challenges the very foundation of our understanding of reality and has profound implications for how we perceive the world and our place in it. The human perception of time. Our perception of time is deeply rooted in the way our brains process information. From an early age, we are taught to perceive the flow of time through the regularity of events. The rising and setting of the sun, the changing of the seasons, and the ticking of a clock. These events provide a sense of order and continuity, reinforcing the idea that time moves in a linear, unidirectional manner. However, our subjective experience of time can vary widely depending on circumstances. Time seems to fly by when we are engaged in enjoyable activities, yet it can drag on endlessly during moments of boredom or discomfort. This variability in our perception of time suggests that time may not be as objective or consistent as we might assume. Instead, it could be a construct of the human mind, shaped by our attention, emotions, and cognitive processes. Psychologists have studied how different factors influence our perception of time. For example, when we are deeply focused on a task, we often lose track of time, experiencing what is known as time distortion. This phenomenon highlights the idea that our sense of time is not entirely tied to external events, but is also influenced by our internal states. Cultural differences also play a significant role in shaping how we perceive time. In many Western cultures, time is seen as a linear progression, with a clear distinction between past, present, and future. In contrast, some indigenous cultures perceive time more cyclically, where events repeat in a rhythmic pattern rather than progressing in a straight line. This suggests that our understanding of time is not universal, but is instead shaped by cultural norms and practices. The notion that time might be an illusion or a more complex concept than we initially believed is supported by advancements in physics. Albert Einstein's theory of relativity, developed in the early 20th century, revolutionized our understanding of time. According to Einstein, time is not an absolute, independent entity but is intertwined with space to form a four-dimensional continuum known as spacetime. In Einstein's framework, time is relative, meaning that it can be experienced differently depending on factors such as speed and gravity. This idea is encapsulated in the famous equation E=mc², which shows that energy, mass, and the speed of light are interrelated. One of the key implications of relativity is that time can slow down or speed up depending on the strength of gravitational fields or the velocity at which an observer is moving. The most well-known demonstration of time's relativity is the twin paradox. In this thought experiment, one twin travels through space at a speed close to the speed of light, while the other twin remains on Earth. Upon returning, the traveling twin is younger than their sibling, demonstrating that time has passed more slowly for the twin who traveled at high speeds. This phenomenon has been confirmed through experiments with atomic clocks, which show that clocks on fast-moving airplanes or satellites tick more slowly compared to those on the ground. Einstein's theory challenges the traditional Newtonian view of time as a constant and unchanging flow. Instead, it suggests that time is a flexible dimension that can be warped and altered by the physical conditions of the universe. This raises profound questions about the nature of time and whether our perception of it as a linear, forward-moving phenomenon is an accurate reflection of reality. Quantum mechanics, the branch of physics that deals with the behavior of particles at the smallest scales, offers yet another perspective on the nature of time. In the quantum realm, the concept of time becomes even more elusive and uncertain. For instance, the phenomenon of quantum entanglement, where two particles become linked in such a way that the state of one particle instantly affects the state of another, regardless of the distance between them, challenges our conventional understanding of time and causality. In some interpretations of quantum mechanics, such as the many worlds interpretation, all possible outcomes of a quantum event exist simultaneously. In this view, time arises from the relationships between different states of the universe, rather than being an independent dimension. This suggests that at the most fundamental level, the universe may be timeless, with time as we experience it being a byproduct of our consciousness interacting with a dynamic yet timeless reality. The idea that time may not exist or may be an illusion has profound philosophical implications. If time is not real, then what does that mean for our experiences, our memories, and our understanding of reality? Philosophers have long debated the nature of time, with some arguing that time is a mental construct rather than an external reality. This could have profound implications for science and our understanding of natural laws. Many of our scientific theories are based on the assumption that time is a fundamental aspect of reality. If time does not exist, or if it exists in a different form than we currently understand, it could lead to a major paradigm shift in physics and other sciences. Moreover, the idea of a timeless universe challenges our understanding of life and death. If time does not exist, then the distinction between life and death may not be as clear-cut as we perceive it to be. Some interpretations of quantum mechanics and theories of consciousness suggest that our awareness may persist in some form beyond the boundaries of time, raising questions about the nature of existence and the possibility of an afterlife. The idea that time does not exist or is an illusion is a radical and unsettling notion. It challenges our most basic assumptions about reality and forces us to reconsider the nature of existence itself. While there is no definitive answer to the question of whether time is real or an illusion, exploring this possibility opens up new avenues of thought and inquiry. Whether through the lens of physics, philosophy, psychology, or mysticism, the concept of time remains one of the most profound and mysterious aspects of human experience. As we continue to explore the nature of time, we may discover that our current understanding is only a small part of a much larger and more complex reality. Ultimately, the mystery of time may never be fully resolved. It may be that time is both real and unreal, a paradox that reflects the complexity of the universe and our place within it. As we contemplate the possibility that time does not exist, we are